This Technology Tuesday, I'm going to use AI to get judged. It's the Joe Show. It's the Joe Show. With me, Joe. This Technology Tuesday, as I said, I'm going to get judged. I stumbled on this website that asks, am I normal? We're going to find out if I'm normal. I think it has some video content, so I'm going to throw on the headphones. Let's do this and find out if I'm normal. How normal am I? Experience how artificial intelligence judges my face. Access to my camera is necessary, but no personal data is collected. Good to know. Let's start the show.
So let's talk about your face. Specifically, we'll be looking at machine learning algorithms that try to judge your face.
Oh, let's judge
By giving access to your camera, you'll be able to experience these algorithms yourself. But don't worry, everything will run locally in your own browser.
Cool.
No data is sent to the cloud in any way.
Good.
At the end of the experience, you will be able to share some anonymous data with us if you want, but it's totally up to you.
Sure. Loading special face detection for Donald Trump. These are some funny things over here. Talking about. What's up, dog? What's up, dog?
The first algorithm we'll look at is designed to judge the beauty or attractiveness of your face. It will give you a score between 0 and 10. Having some idea of how attractive you are can be very valuable.
Score.
For example,
5.2.
dating services like Tinder use it to match people who are about equally attractive. Some social media companies, such as TikTok, are known to promote content from attractive people more. To make an algorithm like this, you need to train it using tens of thousands of example photos that each already have a beauty score. Rating all these photos is often done by students at universities. If you ask Chinese students to give their opinions, their cultural perceptions of beauty will transfer over into the algorithm, which might lead to unpredictable effects when it's used to judge people from other cultures. I wanted to show you an example of this, but I couldn't even get the algorithm to detect black people's faces properly.
Ooh, that's not good.
If you have a low score, it might just be because the judgment of these algorithms is so dependent on how they were trained.
True.
Of course, if you got a really high score, that's just because you are incredibly beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Next, let's look at an algorithm that's designed to judge your age. And what you'll see here, as well as with many others, is that if you move your head around, you'll be able to influence the outcome quite a bit. Some stores use these algorithms to learn more about their visitors.
It's pretty close.
They can also be used to guess who might be lying about their age on dating websites. If you happen to share your age bracket earlier, we can now figure out whether or not you are a liar. The following algorithm we'll take a look at tries to determine your gender.
I'm a man. Got it.
Here you can once again see that the country or culture in which an algorithm was constructed can have a big influence on how it will categorize and judge people.
They're 97% sure
This
that I'm not a
algorithm
lady.
would probably flip out at the gay pride. Our
Body
next
mass.
algorithm on the menu tries to determine your body mass index or BMI from just looking at your face. To make an algorithm like this, you'll once again need thousands of photos of people that are tagged with their body mass index.
Come on.
In practice, I found
Get
that
low.
the required data is often
farther
simply
away.
scraped from the internet. For example, some researchers who work at Google took these pictures from online communities where people share their weight loss progress. A lot of these algorithms work by first measuring 7 proportions in your face. One of these is calculated by measuring the area above your eyes, which is why you can get a lower score by raising your eyebrows. By connecting to this website, you also shared your IP address, and that was used to guess where you are. Now that we have your
81,
gender,
that's not bad.
your age, your country of origin, and the BMI prediction, we can combine these and try to create a life expectancy prediction.
Life expectancy 81.
These types of predictions are essentially created by stacking educated guesses on top of each other, which makes the result even more imprecise.
Feeling good.
However, that doesn't stop insurance agencies from purchasing these types of predictions, because to them it's better than nothing.
Can still have a crisis now.
Won't you come a little closer?
Stats are looking pretty good.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you have a very unique face. That's why, just like you have a fingerprint, you also have a face print. This is usually expressed in 128 numbers. This face print makes it possible to recognize you wherever you go.
Oh, look at all those numbers
For example, Russian company FindFace offers a service where you can take a picture of a stranger and then it will try to find the social media profiles that belong to that person.
No find face, bad find face.
Similarly, an American company called Clearview.ai allows police officers to upload a photo,
That's a
and then it
bad
will show a
company.
list of all the web pages where it found the same person.
It's pretty much trying to
You
implement
can now
face
buy
tracking
security
in America
cameras
like
that
they
have
got
this
in
capability
China
built in.
for the government.
For example, in the United States, the pharmaceutical chain
Screw
Rite
Clearview.
Aid used these cameras to recognize people who had previously shoplifted them.
Oh, interesting.
By the way, you didn't
not
actually
cool.
need to get closer to the camera for this to work. A small thumbnail is enough. I just want to see if you do it.
Oh, I did it.
I also have to admit something. While this
What?
website was loading, I secretly recorded your emotional
not sad, I
reaction
like
when the little
dogs.
puppy was shown.
This was done using an algorithm that tries to determine your emotional state based on your facial expressions.
Sad. Neutral.
A company called
Happy.
HireVue offers online video
Scared.
interviewing tools. They claim to be able to find the best job applicants by
Afraid.
analyzing their facial expressions, voice, and vocabulary. This practice has been criticized for giving a lot of credence to algorithms, but at the same time making it very hard to know what people are actually being judged on.
As a bonus, for the last few minutes your surfing behavior has also been recorded.
You may not realize
if I move the
it, but a lot of websites have
mouse
little bits
around,
of
that's
code
cool.
from companies such as Visual Website Optimizer
That's so
and
not cool.
Hotjar embedded into them.
A jar.
This makes
Stop.
it possible to record your mouse movements, as well as any text you may have entered into forms. These services can help improve how a website
wow.
functions, but it also means
I
a
hate
large
that they
amount
do
of
this on
behavioral data
websites.
is being collected by these third parties.
Like they get more information from.
As you probably realize, your data is
Then if you're
increasingly
actually in the store
collected and
shopping, I
combined
hate
to
it.
create all kinds of predictions about you. By comparing your data to that of others, you can be placed in all kinds of categories.
Do I want my anonymous
These
data
profiles
to be
are not
calculated
just used to
average?
show you better advertisements, but they are starting to impact all kinds of aspects of your life, ranging from getting
Okay.
cheap car loans or insurance to finding a job or even a date. While you can try to protect yourself from this tracking online, where, for example, you can delete your cookies, this is much harder when it comes to your face, which you can't really delete. That's why this type of biometric tracking is much more inescapable and can feel much more constricting. As face recognition technology moves into our daily lives, it can create this subtle but pervasive feeling of being watched and judged all the time.
Yeah.
We might feel more
Talk to the
pressure
Chinese
to
about
behave
that, huh?
normally, which for an algorithm means being more average. That's why we have to protect our human right to privacy, which is essentially our right to be different. You could say that privacy is our right to be imperfect. So we have to be very careful when implementing this technology. As with all new innovations, it comes with great stories of how we can improve our lives in the short term. But with biometric systems, we have to be very careful and really think through what it could do to people and society in the long term if, bit by bit, we allow this surveillance culture to develop.
Yeah. That is actually a really cool experience. Let's go over all the things that they just gathered from looking at just our face. If we read the terms, that was them listening to the website. Shared our age, that was us sharing information. I did not. They judged my beauty. I was a 7.3. Which means, I guess, above average looking, which is kind of nice for me to know. Hey guys, what's up, ladies? It says my age was 32, which is spot on. I'm 33. Gender is man. They're 79% sure that I'm a man, or I'm 79% man and part woman. Not really sure how that's being judged. They guessed my body mass index from just my face, which was around 21%. I probably have a lower body mass than that, but could be actually accurate. My life expectancy was 81, so I've got 49 more years to go according to the algorithm. Didn't even hit midlife yet. They saw if I was closer or further away from the camera. They judged my expressions, and it was tracking it in real time. Happy, sad, angry. Judged my interactions. I had a couple interactions on the website, clicks and mouse movements, and tracked my mouse movements. I don't like that. That actually stinks, as I was saying. They get more information from you from an online store than they do from an offline store. They can see what products you looked at, where you clicked, which button you clicked and which buttons you didn't click, how your mouse moved over that button, where your mouse followed. They can follow the path on it and recreate your path to see kind of where your eyes were at because you're generally following the pointer. That's a lot of data that one company can potentially be collecting on you, and you have no idea it's even happening. And then it asked me if I wanted to share my data, and I said yes. And my final score was 82% normal or violently average. Violently average. So average that it hurts some people. Violently average. That's hilarious. I did this before, actually. I recorded one, and it didn't record correctly, so I had to do this again, full disclosure. And before I got 62% normal, where I was less averagely normal, I guess, which was a nice find. I don't like being violently average. That sucks. So if you want to find out how normal you are, you can head on over to hownormalami.eu and let me know in the comments. I want to know how normal the people are watching the show. I'm hoping for some abnormal cutie pies watching my show, but let me know in the comments what you get. That's been today's Technology Tuesday. Hope you found it interesting and pretty crazy what we can do with facial tracking. If I do find something cool, you can send it to hijoeshow@gmail.com. Otherwise, until next time, text something good because I love you. Bye.